And welcome to another episode of Let's Talk. I'm your host, Jared, and today we are going to talk Bills football. That's right, baby. Bills football. Bills Mafia is in the house, and we are going to go over a little bit of last night's game. The Bills took the W with a win over the Green Bay Packers, 27-17, and I don't think it was the game that we all wanted to see. I think we all predicted the win, but I think we predicted the win to be a little bit larger than 10 points. Aaron Rodgers went 19 of 30 with 203 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. He did get sacked twice in the game. The Bills' defense did look pretty strong in this one. The secondary toward the back half of the game started to give up a little bit, but Josh Allen went only 13 of 25 with 218 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, but he also had 2 interceptions. And both interceptions were kind of quirky interceptions. One was just like a floater up that I think he was trying to throw away, and it got picked. And then the second one was a definite throwaway. He was trying to throw it into the ground, and the safety just made a miraculous interception at like the 3-yard line and scooped it off the turf. Mad respect to him for that stellar interception, but just sucks for Josh Allen getting his second pick of the night. But I'll be honest with you, one thing that really impressed me about the Buffalo Bills was the run game last night. Between Devin Singletary and James Cook, wow, what a show they put on. Devin Singletary went 14 attempts, 67 yards. Now, I know he didn't get a touchdown on foot this game, but the running was beautiful. He was hitting the gaps like he should and tearing up the field. His longest run was a 30-yard gain on the night. Now, another one, though, was James Cook. He had 5 attempts for 35 yards, and he had 17 on his long for the night. I'm really, really impressed with what James Cook is doing so far in the season. I'm really thinking by what I saw last night between Devin Singletary and James Cook, I'm really beginning to wonder, is Zach Moss on the trading block? Are we looking to move him and either pick up another running back, or are we looking to move him and possibly pick up a safety? I know that we've kind of been looking at the Raiders safety, their second-year man, but I'm not sure yet. We have until 4 p.m. Tomorrow to make a choice on what we're going to do there. But moving on, receiving-wise, Diggs, 6 catches, 108 yards, 1 touchdown, 53 yards on the long. Now, the one, though, was the 26-yard beautiful touch by Josh Allen to Steph Diggs in the corner of the end zone. That was a thing of glory right there. But I will say this, you could see how Diggs was getting under the corner's skin on that one, because he ended up completely misjudging the route and then ended up tackling him after he was getting up after his touchdown. Quite suspicious there, if you ask me. No penalties called on the play, but quite suspicious. There was a lot of chatter between the receivers of the Bills and the Green Bay Packers DBs all night long, and it started right from the get coming out of the tunnel. But James Cook had 1 reception for 41 yards. That was a beauty. That was toward the end of the game. I'd say the biggest disappointment, though, this game was Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis, where you at, big dog? You got targeted like 6-7 times, and you only were able to pull in 2 for 35 yards, 1 being 29 for the long. He does have the largest average of catch in the NFL right now, but he just took a week off, it looked like. Moving over to Green Bay, it was more of a run game for them. Aaron Jones scored up the Bills' defense with 20 carries for 143 yards. They have not been scored up like that all season long, and just Aaron Jones was having a field day with the Bills' defense. A.J. Dillon had 10 carries, 54 yards on the night, and he did not look like himself. Now, he did get hit by Matt Milano one time, and the way he got taken down was kind of I thought Dillon was going to be done for the night. He kind of went down sideways on that knee, and he came back. That's a strong running back. He came back from the injury, but be looking out for him in the injury report this week, because he landed kind of funny on that. Moving over to receivers, Romeo Doubs, he ended up having a better second half than first half. He ended the night with 4 catches and 62 yards and a touchdown. He did get his touchdown in the first half, but Doubs more or less got his yardage in the second half of this game. Now, that was about it from the Green Bay Packers, other than their tight end, Tunyon, with 5 catches and 35 yards. Their offense was kind of limited to just being able to run the ball. Buffalo's defense was holding up really nice against the pass until the late fourth quarter, where we had to interject one of our more newer safeties because Jordan Poyer went down with a left elbow injury. I hope Jordan Poyer's not out for too long because we're already out Micah Hyde for the season. And if that is the case, I really think that we make a hard push for a safety or two in this trade deadline. Again, that comes to a close tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. This was a game of inches, to be honest with you. The score, I know it was a 10-point game, but with Buffalo's turnovers, it really stunted the team. If you look over at the overall first downs, things like that, Green Bay had Buffalo 21 first downs to 20. But total plays, Green Bay had Buffalo 63 to 54. Green Bay had a total of 398 yards to Buffalo's 396. And Buffalo did have one more drive, though, than Green Bay. They had 10 drives to 9 drives. The average play, though, favored Buffalo with 6.8 yards, which is really nice, and Green Bay sitting at a 6.3. Time of possession was kind of a kicker, but I guess that's kind of the thing with Buffalo is they move the ball so fast that really we won't hold on to it that long in the game. Green Bay won the possessions 33.48 minutes to Buffalo's 26.12 minutes. Buffalo had thrown 2 interceptions to Green Bay's 1, and I'll be honest with you. If you were to look at the stat line, this game looks like Green Bay potentially should have won this game. Buffalo pulled one out here. I'm thankful we got the win. We're sitting at 6-1. We're in the driver's seat for the playoffs right now, but we do have a stingy New York Jets coming up this upcoming weekend, and that could be kind of a crazy trap game. It is in New Jersey, and I think Buffalo pulls off the dub, but looking back at this game, we might want to go back and reflect on this a little bit and get that defense buttoned up a little bit. Our offense, I think, is flowing nice. We just had a couple of bum drops. But again, Bills Mafia rise. We are 6-1, and let's all hear it, baby. You make me want to shout. Let's go, Buffalo. And you all have a wonderful day, and that's it for another episode of Let's Talk. We'll talk to you again on the next side. Peace out, guys.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on.
Say